What's up, my peeps? Welcome back to ItsM3Mariska. I'm Mariska. This is my mom.
Hi.
Cherokee's at the end of my bed. So, we're reviewing Season 4 of Cobra Kai. She didn't really like
It's not the best season.
I didn't mind it. So this is kind of obvious. Terry Silver is back, of course. He's a royal jerk again.
He seemed like he changed at first, but he didn't. And you know he didn't change.
He roundhouse kicked her, spinning roundhouse kicked a wine bottle halfway across the room. Hits the wall.
So we find out that
Danny LaRusso,
his son is a bullying
a Cobra Kai kid. So
that comes to an end. He gets in trouble.
Yeah.
Because he's found on camera as the instigator. Sam ends up instigating
at a birthday
party where she instigated Tori, and then Tori ended up glitter bombing her.
Glitter bombing.
And they had to make a promise that there'd be a truce, that they couldn't fight each other or anything like that.
Tori can't even touch a hair on Sam's head.
Okay.
Without getting in trouble.
Because Tori really hurt Sam, and Robbie really hurt Miguel in the other seasons. So it comes down that Mrs. LaRusso ends up getting Tori fired from her job.
It was an accident.
Well, it was kind of an accident, but it wasn't. It's just the way it played out. Yeah. And then she finds out from Carice that Tori had a hard life. And Tori's had a hard life. Through the whole thing.
She's the only one taking care of her mom and her siblings. Her mom
she's the only one working. She's a teenager.
She's really sick. And her mom doesn't even seem like she actually
So she's got all of that. She has all of that built up. I wonder why she's so angry and aggressive.
Then he takes Robbie to the dance.
And Miguel takes Sam. They end up they're kind of watching each other, almost like they're jealous in a way, but they're not.
We don't know how long this is going to last, if Tori and Robbie are going to last for long. Probably not.
And the only reason is because Silver paid for everything so that Robbie could take Tori to the prom. So then Mrs. LaRusso... she tries to give food to Tori and everything, and Tori didn't want it at first.
So yeah.
And then she gets her into therapy. She gets her back. She made her promise that if she got her back into school, and that if Tori would go to therapy and things like that, and she couldn't touch would not touch a hair on Sam's head, that in the tournament they could hopefully end their feud.
Then comes the tournament. If Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang win, Cobra Kai is shut down. If Cobra Kai wins, Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do, that is a tongue twister. So they both get shut down.
It kind of ends up in a draw almost, but somebody edges out just a little bit.
But first, I forgot to say,
Hawk who is actually started out Cobra Kai, then became
Eagle Fang.
Eagle Fang is kind of Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do together, because that's kind of how the kids want it. So he ends up winning for the Miyagi-Do Cobra, like the boys, Miyagi-Do, Eagle Fang type of thing. The senseis were fighting at first, and they got along,
this fight ended up as a tie to
Johnny Lawrence was kind of drunk and running his mouth a little bit, and they ended up knocking each other out
at the same time.
And the kids are like,
it was a tie.
"Are you sure? You sure?" And they're like, "Yeah." So it ended in a tie.
So the kid replayed the video and it ended out as a tie.
And the kids wanted to be able to do their own thing, and they wanted to work together. They wanted to stay together and didn't want to fight apart. So at the tournament, they ended up Sam says, "I want to do both. I want to do Miyagi-Do and I want to do Eagle Fang." And Danny was against it at first, but then he agreed because he knew what was going to happen if not. So Sam ended up doing both, and she was respectful about it and said both Danny put both senseis down.
And then the one kid, we don't know what the party was for exactly after the tournament.
We'll talk about Tori first.
Okay, so Tori had to go get her stuff. She
won. She was the first girl to ever win the tournament.
Yeah, so the kid was having the party
for Cobra Kai.
She's like, "Yeah, of course I'll be at the party. Let me just go get my stuff." She hears one of the officials talking to Terry Silver, like, "Thank you so much, this and that," and paying the guy. So and she looks down and she's like, "Did I actually
She wanted to win
all by herself.
Like,
she didn't want
to cheat. She wanted to prove that she could earn something on her own and not have anybody else doing anything to get in the way of that. And Terry Silver in the tournament, when it was her turn to to fight Sam, spar Sam, ended up trying to tell her to to really hurt Sam. She didn't want to hurt Sam, and then she's getting aggressive. She's like, well, she's coming at me aggressive, and Carice. So then Silver's telling her to do this, and then Carice stepped in and he says, leave her alone. You let her do what she wants. So he kind of stuck up for Sam.
Then Robbie and Johnny, we don't know if they're going to have the
Robbie was balling in his dad's arms finally.
We don't know if we don't know.
I think they're going to, because
I think so too.
I think what's going to happen in season 5 is I think Tori's going to come forward and tell her what she heard Silver say.
And we think we hope this guy Stingray from one of the seasons, or all of them, I don't know. Terry Silver ended up blaming Kreese, got him, arrested and everything, because he told the one guy to blame Kreese, and if not, he could have ended up, dying or something.
So, we're hoping... We'll do another video on what we hope happens in season 5 and 6.
So don't forget to like, subscribe, share, hit that peeps, stay going my peeps, and I'll see you next.
Hit that bell.
Hit that bell and stay going my peeps, and I'll see you next time. Sorry, I'm just really tired.
All right, have a good night. Bye.